How you doing? It's me again, Tony Saloni from the show Rigatoni Brothers, coming at you with my business Blockbuster Video. I purchased this Blockbuster Video franchise from my Uncle Jimmy for a used Color Supreme and a meatball sandwich. Is it legal? I don't know, but who's telling? I hope you're not telling. Here at Blockbuster Video, we got your classics like Happy Gilmore, Click, Jack and Jill, and The Benchwarmers, which was also produced by Adam Sandler. You can rent all your favorite Adam Sandler classics for 3 days, but you better return that shit, otherwise my buddy Patricio is gonna be coming for a visit. You may not have a VCR, but you can still rent the tape, and then Donatello will ring you up and give you a Russian link to a free version of the movie. So come on down to Blockbuster Video and show my mother purchasing this outdated video store wasn't a bad idea. Blockbuster Video, across the street from Armado Ice. So come on down, you fat piece of shit. Are we done here? Oh, okay. Oh, it's recording? Oh shit, well how do you stop it? Oh, you can't? Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, the short news with your host, Alex Mador.
He's got a powerful price.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Short News Podcast. I'm Alex Mador, and this is the show that radicalizes left-wing cats everywhere. Remember, adopt, don't shop. So, happy Monday, or Tuesday, whenever you're listening to this. It was a pretty decent weekend. I didn't really get up to much other than Minecraft, watching 90 Day Fiancé, those types of things. I did a lot of tweeting, moved the podcast over to Blue Wire Hustle, submitted my music to the record company, got really stoned. I discovered a new type of weed. It's CBD hemp with Delta 8, which gives you the psychoactive effects of THC, except it's completely legal and in hemp instead of cannabis. So I just literally went around the corner and bought an eighth of this stuff at the bodega near my house. And it was like $25, which is really good for an eighth of weed. And shit, man, it works. And it's legit. Like, it's not spiced or something like that. It's really good for rolling a joint. Like, you know how they sell at some smoke shops where it's still not legal? They sell containers with, legal CBD hemp. It's one of those, but you look for the one that says Delta 8, and you're going to have a good time. It's pretty much like buying weed. It is buying weed. You're buying weed, but legal and cheaper because it's hemp. But it still gets you fucked up. So that's cool. Really good for rolling a joint. You don't want to waste better stuff, you know? Go to your local smoke shop. Find it, you know? Just find that shit. Let me just take a look at my soundboard here. Oh, right.
Smoke weed every day.
Damn, I gotta memorize where everything is. That's not good. Too much dead air. It's a lot like 2 hours later. I love that one. But weed is legal now in New York, so there's no need for even to just get Delta 8. It's just that's what's at the stores. You guess you still got to go to your weed guy if you want to get THC. I've been looking for safe weed connects here in the city and found a couple. They legit advertise their businesses online using Google Business. So you look up weed near me, and then it shows up as a legitimate business, but it's not legal technically. But they don't care. They don't care. There's other things to arrest people for these days. So, you call the number that's on the Google page, or you text them, they send you a whole menu, and it's great. And a lot of these businesses um, accept crypto, which is fun. So support your local weed businesses because they'll be legit soon. And when they open up legally as a dispensary, you'll be able to have you'll already have a regular store. You know? What else happened this weekend? Hmm. Right, right. I got into a Twitter feud with a famous person who I hate. That was something new for me. I'm starting to feel a little bit more important than I did last week. So I was looking into this whole thing that I think I've spoken about called BitClout. And it's this site where you give them $50 and then you can have an account. Then you create your own coin, your own cryptocurrency. So for me, it would be like Mador coin or Alex coin. And people can invest in that and buy up your coins. And like that's cool in concept, but here's the thing. There's seemingly endless ways to put money into BitClout, but there's no way at all to withdraw anything, to get money out from it. You're just putting money in. So you're investing in nothing. Pretty much like what that is. Like at least with NFTs, they're an asset that you can sell to people for crypto that you can then exchange for dollars. Like BitClout coins truly have no value. And the celebrities who are on there, which people have seemingly invested thousands in already, haven't even claimed their BitClout accounts. So then their coin is literally fucking worthless. Because what that means is they're not actually a part of BitClout. Their likeness is being used without their permission. People are investing in nothing. Like people have been investing in William Shatner's coin, and he's come out and said that he is not at all associated with this and not to invest in it, and it's a scam. But for some reason, they have him on there without his permission, and they're profiting off his likeness by taking money from so many people under the false promise of investments being worth something. Everyone that invested in Shatner coin is fucked. He's not even a part of it. It's useless. You can't withdraw it. So, is it just me, or does that seem like a scam to everyone here? So I tweeted something along the lines of, if BitClout isn't a scam, then why is there no way to withdraw and only a way to buy? And my favorite fucking person, Heidi Krasenstein, replies, actually, there is. And literally nothing to back that up. That's it. That is all. Nothing useful about it afterwards. No proof, no facts, nothing. But then she goes on to her Twitter and subtweets me. So that means, like, to the boomers out there, that means tweeting about me without mentioning me. So she subtweets me, something that hasn't never happened to me before. And her tweet goes, if you think BitClout is a scam, you better show us proof. Otherwise, you're just a conspiracy theorist. So let me give you the lowdown on the Krasensteins before we go any further. So there's two brothers. I think they're twins. Brian and what's his fucking face? I don't give a fuck. And the wives. So they've been involved in multiple Ponzi schemes and scams, fraud, and have had their assets seized by the feds due to the scams that they've been involved in. So after that, the two brothers spent a lot of time on Twitter where they would tweet at Trump every single time that he made a tweet. And it was so fucking annoying. I hated these brothers so fucking much. And if you were on Twitter between 2016 and 2018, 2019, there was no way to avoid these people. They were so petty, cheesy, and every response just made you embarrassed to be a Democrat. So Twitter ended up permanently banning the brothers because they had evidence that they were using fake followers and paying for likes to inflate their social media engagement. So you would think that was the last time we'd hear from them on Twitter. But then one of the wives, this one Heidi, gets on Twitter, starts tweeting everything at Trump that her husband would normally tweet, almost like he was using her Twitter account to do what he normally does without people knowing it's him. And again, it was fucking annoying. It does not get more annoying than the Krasensteins. You think I'm annoying? Oh god, go check them out. So she has like over 100,000 followers and very little engagement. Like, she has the amount of engagement that I have with 7,000 followers. But, so she has exponentially more, but no one gives a shit. So, what's going on there? Fake accounts? Most likely. So, like, and someone even responded to her tweet yesterday with, "When did I start following you?" And then someone else was like, "Yeah, same." And a bunch of people liked those tweets because something fucking weird is going on there. But that's an investigation for another day. What bothers me about this is the fact that she's one of those people who throws the word conspiracy theorist around as a defense of the BitClout scam without actually giving any evidence of it not being a scam. Based on everything I've seen from going on the site and from seeing other people's research, this site is a fraud. It's fraud. The Krasensteins have a track record of promoting scams. I've given you the evidence of that. A simple Google search will show you the same thing. Do not invest anything into BitClout. I almost did, and that would have been a huge fucking mistake. The Krasensteins can fuck themselves. I don't think she realized who she's fucking with here. The fact that she is calling me a conspiracy theorist because I'm asking legitimate questions but doesn't provide any support for her point shows just how wrong she is and that she's lying about this site. I cannot stress enough. Do not invest in BitClout. I can make a whole entire episode on the Krasensteins. I'm sure Republicans would really like to hear that, since I shit on them all the time. It's time for the Democrats to get a little bit, you know? The Krasensteins are the epitome of the type of Democrat that I hate, and a lot of people hate. Bio. Married to a Krasenstein brother is her Twitter bio. Like, that's some badge of honor. Might as well say married to Bernie Madoff. Get the fuck over yourself, dude. How self-absorbed do you have to be to put that shit on your bio? And she's tweeted twice about me now, 2 days in a row. I just checked. Pretty much the same as the last tweet, saying, "You simply don't understand BitClout." That's a great defense. Why don't you explain then? Explain it to me. Explain why it isn't a scam, instead of trying to dunk on people without giving any sort of substance to your defense. Now I know it's a scam. It's like when somebody has to say about a cult, it's not a cult. Like, no, it's a fucking cult. The fact that you're saying that means it's a cult. Again, there's no way to withdraw money. The celebrities people are investing in aren't actually associated with the site and have even spoken out against the site. Therefore, the coins have no real value and zero legitimacy. It's fraud. The Krasensteins are doing it again, and I really hope no one is believing any of this shit. They're on Clubhouse. I really hate them. I see them all the time in the NFT rooms and stuff, the BitClout rooms. I'm like, fuck these people. Oh my god. They're such shills. Anyways, I don't know, let's move on. Been following a lot of influencer news because it's more fun to pay attention to influencer news and then political news, so we can jump into that for a little bit, you know. Let me just take a quick second. So there's this YouTuber named Gabbie Hanna. She's been around for a while on that site, pretty famous, a living meme for "What if I'm the monster?" Look it up, "What if I'm the monster" meme. She's been a part of lots of drama in the past, and now it appears as though she's going through a manic episode and doing drugs or something. she keeps posting on Twitter and on Instagram just the most unstable things, attacking other influencers for liking tweets about her or talking about her in the past. Like, dude, people are gonna talk shit about you. It happens to me, and I'm not even, like, on your level. Not even close. So she's been going for these drives while very obviously on something, which is dangerous because she's driving distracted while looking at a camera while impaired. So she's recording evidence of herself breaking multiple laws. So I thought we could listen to what she has been saying for the last week during these insightful drives. Because I haven't really seen all of it yet. Just get a little taste of it here. I got it pulled up. Jamie, could you pull up the video of the mental breakdown, please?
I do. And I think that this should have attention because Oscar Wilde neglected to include a very large part of the story, which was he involved himself in my life and my situation and publicly.
She's driving. She's driving while she's flipping out like this on Instagram stories.
Liked it, degrading me, then went out of his way to message me saying that he didn't know what was going on and offer friendship, and then when he was being held accountable to his own action, he blocked me. This isn't going to work on him, though. Why not?
What the actual fuck? Dude, that's like some Joker brain shit. That is some Joker shit. Fucking need some clown makeup. She's really manic. Like, if I'm being real, she needs some help. Otherwise, she's a danger to herself and others. Like, you can't drive like that. One of her tweets recently was a picture of herself in the mirror in a bra with the caption, "Just a reminder that I could fuck both your parents and the one person that you love." Like, why would you tweet that? It's weird and kind of scary, and everyone is clowning her for it. Like, I do hope she gets help, though, before she does anything drastic. Because we've seen this happen many times to YouTubers in the past, and it doesn't end well. Speaking of YouTubers doing shitty things in the past, Jake Paul was on Impulsive last week to talk about his victory and the allegations against him, calling everyone who speaks out against him on Twitter little Twitter finger pussy motherfuckers or something like that. And that's a great way to get people to believe you, Jake. Just insult everyone online who's trying to hold you accountable for the shitty thing you allegedly did. Like, Justine is pressing charges against him. I don't think she'd be doing that if this was all a lie. That'd be a huge issue. Jake claims he doesn't even know this person. Meanwhile, she has photographic evidence and GPS evidence of being at the Team 10 house the night that the alleged assault happens. Jake has no evidence of innocence, while Justine has receipts. He was probably the one who made the fake Twitter account that I was arguing with after my tweet about him went trending. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the Twitter finger pussy motherfucker he's referring to, but that would be so fucking awesome if that were the case. That'd be so cool. Like, if Jake Paul was talking shit about me the way Heidi Krasenstein talks shit about me, then my life is complete. I've always wanted to have drama with Jake Paul. Jake acts like anyone who isn't able to kick his ass in a fight has no right to talk about the shitty things he's done. As though beating someone in a fight proves anything at the end of the day. Just that you're good at assault just proves the point even more. And then there's his dad, fucking father of the year, Greg Paul, saying he's gonna kick Pete Davidson's ass for talking shit about Jake during the pay-per-view last weekend. Greg seems to often forget that he's a 50-something-year-old divorced father of two, acting like a 20-year-old creeping on women who are way too young for him. Like when he and Jake tricked that blindfolded 19-year-old to make out with Greg, that was fucking gross, but of course Greg was totally into it. It's creepy as shit. And Greg got his phone hacked a couple years ago, and videos of his 50-year-old head going down on some super young girl was leaked on Twitter. Ethan from H3 made the accusation that the girl was underage, which was a rumor that was going around the internet, but Hila told him not to say that because there's no evidence towards that. He's just creepy and fucking immature for trying to fight Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is not gonna fight someone. Not everyone solves their problems with their fists. Greg and Jake and sometimes Logan. But Logan is the only one in the Paul family that I can actually enjoy listening to. He's become a better person, at least publicly, whereas Jake has fully committed to the asshole persona. And I don't think it's a persona, though. People from his high school have called him a bully multiple times, even though he claims to have been bullied himself. Look up his tweets from around 2013 and tell me who the bully is. Jake isn't a real fighter. He picks easy targets with zero previous boxing experience and then celebrates as though he just beat Floyd Mayweather. At least Logan is fighting Floyd Mayweather, a real fucking boxer. That's coming up in June, I think. June or July, so stay tuned for that. You know who I think is going to win, and it's not Logan. I'm sorry, Logan. It's Floyd Mayweather. Dude, it's Floyd Mayweather. You really think you have a chance against money? It's not happening. But I'm excited. You're both going to make a great, huge amount of money. That's great. It's a victory for everyone. Everyone involved wins. But, I don't think Logan's going to win. I just don't. I've seen a lot of Floyd Mayweather kicking ass, and I saw Logan get beat by KSI, who is not a professional boxer. Floyd Mayweather is the greatest boxer of all time. Anyways, that's enough influencer news. I could complain about them for days, but I won't for your sanity. So Elizabeth City, North Carolina is about to have some civil unrest. They declared a state of emergency because another unarmed black man was shot and killed on Wednesday. Body cam footage has yet to be released. So, rest in peace, Andrew Brown Jr. This shit happens way too often. And conservatives are most likely on the side of the police, once again, even though police brutality is being documented every single day. You got people like Ted Cruz who want to focus on the rioting when they're just exaggerating the protests against injustice to support their narrative by calling the protests riots. So, let's see what he has to say because it's Ted Cruz and we hate him. And also Donald Trump made an appearance on Fox News recently, so we can look at both those things. How about that?
To imply that Washington, D.C. has no representation is absolutely false.
One of my House Republican colleagues said that D.C. shouldn't be a state because the district doesn't have a landfill. With all the racist trash my colleagues have brought to this debate, I can see why they're worried about having a place to put it.
This is not about a balance of power. This is about more power.
There is a basic constitutional unfairness when you deny people the right to vote.
Here we are today, pure power grab to give 2 Democrat senators to District of Columbia.
When my friends across the aisle complained that this bill would lead to the election of 2 additional Democratic senators, so what?
Yeah, so what?
Well, did you hear some of those words on the House floor? Democrats passed legislation to make Washington, D.C. our 51st state.
Hell yeah.
But not one Republican voted.
Dude, the only problem I have with that? Alright, here's my issue with it now being 51 states. What the fuck do you do about the song? You know the song. 50 nifty United States and the 13 original colonies. Shout 'em, scout 'em, tell all about 'em, one by one till you've given a name to every state in the USA. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. That's how the song goes. But now it's all screwed up. You've got 51 nifty, fun United States. I don't know how this is gonna work. You got big problems coming out of this 51 nifty, done United States. I don't know what to call it. Okay, sorry, we haven't even gotten into this shit. I just sang the whole 50 Nifty song. But it's ruined. It's over. R.I.P. 50 Nifty song.
Voted for the bill, which faces an uphill battle in the Senate now. GOP lawmakers call it the left's latest power grab, saying Democrats want to expand their ranks by adding 2 senators from what would surely be a safely liberal state. Texas Senator Ted Cruz joins me now. Senator,
here we
I'd
go.
like to start with some of the incendiary comments that were made there. I mean, racist trash. Where are we going? What does that have to do with the argument?
Well, unfortunately, that is now the go-to attack for Democrats, that they excuse anyone who disagrees with them on any issue of being a racist.
Well, Republicans are racist. Every Republican I've met is racist. They've never talked to a black person outside of something aggressive. And, that's not just a generalization. If you support certain laws that work against people of color systemically, then you're racist. If you don't see a problem with certain people being beneath you just based on their ethnicity, based on the color of their skin, based on all that stuff, then you're racist. You're racist. So, this is stupid. Right off the bat, he's being an idiot. Well, I do hate black people, but I don't understand why they're just throwing around the word racist. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense. It just happens to be that I'm trying to work towards new Jim Crow laws, but, it seems as though Democrats, they want to give everybody freedom. I don't believe in that. I'm Ted Cruz and I suck. I fucking suck.
And they use language that just is incendiary, it's inflammatory, and they're deliberately playing on racial divisions in our country. They do it on issue after issue.
No, issues are already racialized. You did this. Your people did this. They're just noting it. They're just putting it out in the open, saying, hey, you guys are fucking doing racist shit. You've been doing racist shit. You've been doing homophobic shit. You've been doing all kinds of shit. The Republican Party is the party of hate. It's the party of hate. At least the Democrats want to include more people in society. The Republicans just want to fuck everyone over. Yeah, the Democrats fuck people over in other ways, but the Republicans blatantly do not care about certain people.
After issue, it's their, people talk about playing the race card. It's the only card they have in their deck, and so that's their standard attack. And D.C. statehood, their push here is part of a broader effort. We have Democratic control of the White Houses and both houses of Congress, and their number one priority, it's not COVID, it's not vaccinations, it's not reopening jobs, it's not getting kids back in school.
We got vaccinations. Anyone can get them now. Kids are back in school. What are you talking about, you fucking fool? You're so wrong. You're so wrong. It's not. It's funny, but it's not. He's a liar. He's a liar. We're doing all those things already. Those are already a focus. Now they're just doing other shit too. I don't see a problem with wanting DC to be a state. I think Puerto Rico should also be a state. I think that's something that not enough people are fighting for, but Puerto Ricans should be allowed to vote. That is something that needs to happen. If you ask me, I think it's fucked up. Well, then we wouldn't have 50 nifty. We would have 52 shifty do United States. And I don't believe in that. I do not believe in changing the song. We should keep it the way it is, because I do not like progress, because I am Ted Cruz and I have no testicles that never grew in. It never did. I never progressed in puberty. I just kind of grew out. And I look like a blob.
Not doing anything substantive. Their number one priority is they want to stay in power forever. So you look at what they're pushing. They're pushing DC state.
Well, yeah, they want to stay in power so that you guys don't have the power.
Why? Because they want 2 new Democratic senators. They're pushing H.R. 1, what many are calling the Corrupt Politicians Act, because they want to federalize elections. They want to register.
They want more people to vote. Not enough people participate in elections. And you realize, Ted, that if more people participate in the elections legally, not by fraud, legally, if more people have accessibility to voting legally, then you will lose every time. You know that, so you don't want that to happen. That's why he twists this shit like that.
Millions of illegal aliens and felons to vote and keep Democrats
No, they can't vote. They're stupid. They can't vote.
Power for the next 100 years. And they want to pack the U.S. Supreme Court and add 4 new left-wing justices because they want to change the rules and maintain power. That's their priority. And it's not what they should be doing.
You know, in case the public did not know or did not recognize with the mask on, Representative Mondrian Jones is also the person who was there for the rollout of packing the court outside the Supreme Court about a week or so ago. Those remarks are getting a lot of heat today. And so I'm curious, when it makes its way to the Senate, what really happens in terms of the rhetoric here?
Well, in terms of the substance, the chances of D.C. statehood or packing the court passing into law are 0 if, and this is a big if the Senate filibuster rules remain the case. If it is the case that it takes 60 votes to move forward, which has been the case in the Senate for a long, long time, then both of those are dead on arrival. The Democrats know that. That's why they want to blow up the Senate rules, end the filibuster, in order to change the fundamental election rules. And so it all comes down to really Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, 2 Democrats, the lone 2 Democrats who have said they wouldn't end the filibuster. If they end the filibuster, they will make D.C. a state. If they end the filibuster, they will pack the Supreme Court. This is all about power. That's why there's so much pressure on those 2 Democratic senators.
Got it. And I had started this with, it's a 2-pronged power grab. You've got the D.C. statehood and the filibuster. There could be more. We'll cover it when it happens. Meanwhile, Twitter won't say whether the controversial post by superstar in the NBA LeBron James violated its policies. In the tweet he later deleted, LeBron James posted a photograph, the only one we'd seen, of the police officer at the scene of Ma'Khia Bryant's shooting, who shot her, with the caption, "You're next," #accountability. In a statement, Twitter says, our teams do not evaluate deleted tweets as they are no longer on service, rendering it impossible. Full disclosure, saw it real time, got it on my phone. Like, you know that tweet is everywhere. You can Google it. What are they talking about?
Well, let me start actually by commending LeBron James for deleting the tweet. He shouldn't have sent it. I think it was grossly irresponsible to send it, but I'm glad he did delete it because, look, you opened this segment by talking about the racial divisions in our country. They're real. They're raw, and there's hundreds of years of history behind those tensions.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have an officer-involved shooting, I think everyone has an obligation to tamp down the rhetoric, to not just immediately throw sticks of dynamite into the burning flame. In the instance in Ohio on which LeBron James was commenting, we've now seen the officer body cam where the woman who was shot was wielding a knife, was obviously violent, was threatening the life of another young lady. And the officer in that instance may well have saved that other young lady's life, stopped her from being stabbed. Now, we don't know. There needs to be an investigation. Anytime there is an officer involved shooting, there is an...
I mean, have we all seen the body cam footage of that? Because I'm still confused. I don't think I can speak on that because it's not like an obvious case like with George Floyd where the dude was like 9 minutes of just choking this dude out with his knee, and it like very blatantly being a murder. Like, you know, this was an altercation, a physical altercation involving a knife. Like, my issue, again, and I mentioned this last time, is why a gun? Why does it always have to be a gun? Why do we have to kill people when they're assaulting someone? Like, why can't we just incapacitate, stop them from doing it without ending a life? And I was listening to shout out to Eric Griffin. He's a awesome Montez from Workaholics. He's a funny guy, funny comedian, and he has a podcast I was listening to today where he was saying like why do tasers suck then? Like why don't we have like the phaser to stun like in Star Trek or something? We're in 2021. We should have something better than a gun, something that's not lethal. Something that can incapacitate without killing somebody. We don't have that because the NRA wants guns to be the primary thing people use. The NRA has money everywhere in the government with these Republicans. They want everybody to have guns. They want arsenals all over the fucking place. They don't want cops to start using a non-lethal weapon. That's why tasers suck. That's why there is no non-lethal weapon that is an alternative to a gun that is accurate. It's just guns. And that needs to change. But again, that's I sound like Ted Cruz. That's a issue with the NRA. And how they just have so much influence. And that's an issue.
Investigation, and that's right. But LeBron James has something like 50 million followers on Twitter. When he targets this police officer...
LeBron has 50 million followers on Twitter, and I am jealous of that because my followers only follow me to make fun of me and say mean things every time I tweet, so they have notifications on so they can bully me. And it is not nice. It is really not nice. I wish I was LeBron James. I really do. Because I hate myself.
Officer. You know, some might read that tweet as an invitation for violence against that officer. Everyone reads that tweet as an invitation for this officer to be demonized.
No, to be arrested. To be held accountable for killing somebody. For killing another person of color. I get where LeBron is coming from, but we don't have enough information. Or at the time, we didn't have enough information. I can understand, like, I can totally relate to, like, being mad about something like that. Like, after Trump called the coronavirus Kung Flu during the rally, I took to Facebook. I was like, look at King Cracker over here, fucking piece of shit. Like, called the dude a cracker on Facebook, publicly. A lot of people saw it. But I was mad. I was heated when your people are getting repeatedly fucked over in some sort of way by white people. You're gonna be fucking pissed. You identify with that victim. So, I understand where LeBron was coming from. I do. Because if I were in his shoes, I would be pissed too. I'd probably say something 10 times worse. Ted Cruz would be complaining about me. Oh, Alex Mador said he wants to kill no. Says to go out and destroy everything. Like, I would get on like a drunken rage, probably. I was when I was watching these Trump rallies, and I would say like racist things towards white people. But is it racist if it's towards white people? I guess. I guess. But I don't know. I call them colonizers all the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, white people. I'm mean to you because I know some of you are good. I know some of you have good intentions. I mean, I live with a white person. I'm half white. So I get it. I know there's good ones, but the bad ones are the bad ones make all you guys look bad. And if you're silent about these things, then you're just as bad as them. So it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people in that category. Where was I going with that? Right, LeBron. LeBron has a right to say whatever the hell he wants. Just because he plays basketball for a living, that doesn't mean he has to be this perfect Captain America, patriot who never says anything wrong that people disagree with. LeBron is a human being. Ted Cruz has said, things that are 50 times worse. Ted Cruz helped encourage the riots, the storming of the Capitol. That was partially his fault. LeBron's not doing that, but Ted will deflect and project his errors onto anybody else.
And that's the wrong approach. It's the approach the left takes systematically. Whenever anything happens, the police officer...
Whenever anything happens, Alex Mador comes on and he talks about how I have no testicles. It hurts my feelings because I do. Well, I don't, but I put two little... You know those cuties? Cuties, they're like little oranges. Little clementines. They're called cuties. I take two cuties and I put them in my undies, and that makes me feel a little bit better. But he keeps calling me out for it. It hurts. It hurts a lot. These Democrats, they're just, they all they do is just bring me down.
Is always in the wrong. And the vast majority of law enforcement officers are good, honorable. They're risking their lives to keep us safe.
Are you sure about that?
Are there bad apples? Sure. And the Chauvin verdict this week, that verdict was the system working, was a jury of his peers convicted.
Thank you. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. At least Ted Cruz is not in the category of, oh, Chauvin was innocent. At least he knows, or pretends to agree with that verdict. I mean, the man studied law at Harvard. Hopefully he would agree with the jury. And he does. That's good. That is good. Ted, a little round of applause right there. I'm happy that you said that. That gives me a little bit of hope. That we could move in the right direction. One day. In 10 years, Ted Cruz, takes mushrooms one time, grows his hair out, wears hippie glasses, starts, just wandering around everywhere, just fucking zonked. Yeah, so I think that we should just do whatever, man. Wherever the wind takes me, that's, I'm just gonna go. Ted just becomes Matthew McConaughey. We're here with Senator Cruz. What do you have to say about the situation on the border? Well, I usually don't think about these types of things, but sometimes you gotta cross borders to break lines. You gotta break lines to make progress. And progress is something that you have to do in order to get forward. Sometimes you gotta go back to go forward. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Something I had to do, something I had to learn. Then I did a shit ton of acid. My testicles grew back, and I don't know what happened, but now I've pretty much become Matthew McConaughey, but fatter. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message. All right. Bye, Lincoln. The show is more fun when I drink. I'm noticing that. If I just have like one beer, not like don't overdo it because then I'll get tired. Like, but if I have one beer and a lot of coffee, that mix is just like, woo! Hell yeah. This is how I feel.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
You touch my tra-la-la.
My ding-ding-dong.
Nothing is impossible.
Smoke weed every day.
Nerd alert!
This, it's a fun soundboard.
Convicting him for violating the law, because what happened to George Floyd was horrific and wrong, and the system worked. But what LeBron James was doing was not looking to the facts or the system, but was instead unfairly targeting one individual officer for what may well have been saving the life of somebody else.
He was upset. He's not a politician. He's a human being. He plays basketball. He's allowed to be upset about something and say some shit off the cuff. That happens. Politicians, senators should not be going after athletes. They should be doing senator shit. Like, making the laws more fair for people. All people.
I'll see if lawmakers on the Hill are going to relook at that Section 230 that protects some of these tech giants on social media. It didn't go anywhere last time.
And Twitter is utterly arbitrary in how it handles it. Yeah, Twitter and Big Tech, they're utterly arbitrary in how they handle this. And that's really the whole point of it is they have the power. They're the black box. I mean, you remember right before the election, they took down the Twitter feed of the New York Post, the newspaper with the fourth largest distribution in America. Why? Because
the New York Post is pretty much a tabloid, a right-wing tabloid, spreading misinformation.
Ran an article about Hunter Biden's laptop that was true, that we now know it was a true and accurate article, and yet...
Oh, is that why? Is that what happened? They got... Shit, that was so long ago, it feels like. No, yeah. No, he's right. That happened. That did happen. Because, Hunter Biden admitted, I did all this fucked up shit. He was on Kimmel, like last week or 2 weeks ago. He had issues, but he got over them, and it's not a big deal. But, yeah, I do remember Twitter destroying the New York Post account for at least temporarily. I think they've gotten better, though. Now that the election is, past, the Post is kind of mellowed out. I read them sometimes for, gossip, but that's really it. That's all I see. All right, so we got Donald Trump here making a return to the spotlight. That's something. What does he have to say?
My exclusive interview with the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Jeez, he looks like grumpy as fuck.
I want to know this question. What are your plans to help for 2022? We talked about the House and the states. Are you thinking about running again in 2024? And if so, where are you in that process?
We are going to help with the House. I think we have a really good chance. I'm working with everybody, including Kevin McCarthy, on taking back the House. I think we have a really good chance on doing it. Likewise, the Senate's going to be a little bit tougher, but the Senate. So I told you that at least 8 senators would have lost their race. I could name them, but I don't want to embarrass them. But that includes Mitch, who was heading south. He called me up. He said, I need your help. And I'm very popular in Kentucky. I love Kentucky. And they love me. And I helped him. And he won by the most he's ever won by. So we are going to help with the Senate. And I think we have a good chance at the
Marco
Senate.
Rubio. I hear Herschel's name mentioned a lot in Georgia.
Herschel.
I hear Laura Trump's name mentioned a lot in North Carolina. Sununu in New Hampshire. I think he could win that race.
I think so, too.
Ron Johnson in Wisconsin.
Ron Johnson's he's
been a great senator.
He is much more popular than anybody understands.
We don't know who's going to run in Ohio. But these
we
are
have some good candidates in Ohio.
So
I think we have a real chance at the
Ohio is a fucking trash state. Fuck Ohio.
Senate. I think we have a really, really good chance.
Well, tell me how far are you willing to go?
No,
are you going to travel? Are you going to do speeches? Are you going to do rallies for these candidates?
If they need a rally, we'll do a rally. We'll do calls. We'll do all sorts of things. No, we're all in. Alabama is going to be a tremendous win with Mo Brooks. We have a tremendous look.
Yeah, but is he going to run in 2024? That's what I want to know. That's what everybody wants to know.
Almost everybody I endorse wins. We had a House seat in Louisiana, a wonderful woman, just happened. Her husband died of COVID. He was congressman-elect. And Julia, she was fantastic. But a lot of people thought she might not get in the runoff. I endorsed her. She got 65% of the vote. There was no runoff. It's very important that we get the right people. And that means in the Senate, it means in the House, and it also means in governorships, because if you have a good governor
and legislature, state legislature,
well, that's so important. The legislatures will go after you.
This goes
the military,
on.
And I've added something called Space Force. It's going to be so powerful, so important. So I've added another. Think of it. I've added to the military. It hasn't happened since, I guess.
Okay, but yeah, you added. Dude, I could start an LLC tomorrow and call myself a CEO. You can you started a Space Force, but what are they doing? There's nothing established. There's other than we did a Space Force. We established a Space Force. It is going to be so great. We're going to go to space, and it's going to be a force.
Yeah, 75 years since the Air Force.
And the economy
we've added
pre-COVID.
Space Force.
Record low unemployment.
We had the greatest numbers in the history of the world. We had the greatest economy in history. World. We had the greatest economy. We had the greatest job numbers. We're up to 160 million people. We were never even close to that. And if you think of it, I did it twice, because then the whole world went down. We've come back stronger than any other country in the world. They used to hit me with Germany and.
Well, I mean, yeah, when Biden got in office, things started getting better because the vaccines actually started rolling out. And, the numbers are finally starting to get a little better here in the U.S., I think. And they were not good during his presidency, during that one term he served. They were not good. I think he was mostly focused on the economy, and that bit him and the rest of us in the ass when it comes to COVID, because they were more worried about the stock market and keeping businesses open and making money instead of keeping everybody healthy and safe. And that was messed up. That really screwed us over in the long run. I mean, we got 600,000 people dead in this country just from COVID, and may not have been the case if we were focused less on the economy and more on the health of the American people. But who am I? I'm not a politician. I'm just a guy that rants about politics, right?
Jobs are going to be gone. Your energy independence is going to be gone. So,
okay,
and they knew it
17 times.
They knew it right from the get-go. They knew it, they were warned beforehand, and they knew it certainly from Christopher Steele and the subsource by January.
It was a total fraud.
Yeah.
And you know what it did? It hurt any possibility of dealing with Russia. We could have had a good look. They'll say, "Oh, he loves Russia." Getting along with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing. Getting along with China is a good thing. The problem we had with China was COVID, because nobody ever took out so much money from China. If you look at China, I was taking tens of billions of dollars of tariffs from China, and our farmers were doing great. The reason they were doing great was because of the tariffs. I was able to sign a great deal for our farmers. But getting along with these countries, getting along with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. When I came in, President Obama said, and I think this is very public, the biggest problem we have is North Korea. There's going to be a war. There was no war. We got along great. He writes me letters. I like him. He likes me. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do they still write to each other? Damn. Dear Kim, things are going great in Florida. I just snorted another Xanax. You should try it. Love, Donald.
I got along great with President Putin. I liked him. He liked me. That's a good thing, not a bad thing.
No, you were his puppet. He owned you, dude. We all know that. Alright, he's just gonna keep talking about how great he is and how everybody misses him. So you know what we should do? We should go into some Karens. The people that support him. That are gonna love seeing him back. Because this is what we do. We do keeping up with the Karens every episode. Because we gotta keep up. We gotta know what they're doing. We gotta watch out for them, you know? Alright, let me see.
Oh, if you're the manager, because I yelled over there. You're not the manager? What's your name then?
Will you turn off your phone?
No. I have the right to record you. I want to know why you ain't over there turning off those two lights when the people needed help.
No.
They needed help over there, and you didn't even want to help.
I'm not a manager.
You're not a manager?
So you need to
Then
turn
who's
off
the
your
manager?
phone. I don't know.
How do you know? Oh. Do you know who the manager is? Do you know who the manager is? Did you say she was a manager? Sir, was she the manager over there? I want to know who the manager is, that's all.
Hey, no, I talked to your boss, man.
Don't worry, I don't care.
No, you can't refuse service to me.
Give me my drink.
No, I want to
Give me
buy
my
it.
drink,
I
I
want to
said.
buy it.
Give me my
Can
drink.
I buy it?
You cannot.
Why? What have I done? Sir,
What do you
you
want?
cannot discriminate against me
Last
unless I
time you
have done...
speak me abuse language.
You kicked me out for
Why?
no reason.
I
You
said-
kicked me out for no reason, buddy. You have no grounds to kick me out, man. You were rude to me last time. I spoke to your boss. You lied to me. You said you were closed. You were open 24 hours. You are a liar. You are a liar. Please, call the police, man. Call the police. Because you can't kick someone out for no reason.
Yes.
Please, call the police, man. You're kicking me out for no reason. I am videotaping this.
Abuse language from what?
I just want to buy a drink, man.
He's doing like
27, 5'6", Asian male.
Yes.
I'm filming you, dude. I'm sending this to corporate. They called me and said if you're rude to me again and kick me out, you will be fired.
Why did
This
he
is
kick him
ridiculous.
out?
What? No, I'm Asian, I'm Asian like you.
I don't want dealing with him, man. He gave me just hard time. Last time he went here and he gave me like trouble.
No, I didn't. You kicked me out for no reason. Because you don't like me. You think I'm what, homeless? Why did you kick me out last time?
My name is Vijender, man.
Come on, buddy. Hey, bring me up. Bring me up. It's what, 175? I'd like to buy my drink, sir. What is your problem?
Yes. Okay.
Please, I'll wait for the police,
It's okay,
man.
I'm waiting, man.
I'll wait for them too. Why are you kicking me out?
Just wait.
Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
Because you
that's
kicked
it.
me out for
That's
no
it.
reason.
That's
What's
it.
your problem with me, man?
That's why you give me hard time. That's why.
Because you kicked me out for no
Why?
reason.
Why?
Last time I was eating my snack, you yell at me. So I did nothing
Because
wrong.
you show me the finger. That's why.
No.
Why? For what?
No, I
We have
didn't.
a CCTV video. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
We'll
Yeah.
get the videos, bro.
We have a video. Don't worry. We have last time. We have everything. I will show you.
Dude, I have never had a problem here. I've never met you until last time.
I said just leave the. Just wait, bro.
Can you ring me up for my drink?
No,
please?
I don't want to dealing with you. That's it.
What's your problem, man? What's
I
your
don't have
name?
a problem,
What is
bro.
your name?
I don't have a problem.
What is your name?
My name is Vijender. Vijender.
Ah, Hindustani?
Yeah, Hindustani.
Hindustani.
Yeah. Wait.
Tika.
Man.
Yeah. What's your problem with me, man?
I don't have a problem, bro.
Yeah, you do.
You did.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you show me the
listen.
fingers.
After
speak
you try
abuse
and-
language.
Okay.
And you stay out. Why you stay out? Why you are?
It says
Last
no.
time
I was eating my food.
Why? You cannot eat like outside.
Yes,
food.
you can.
You cannot.
Yes, you
It's-
can.
It's not your
5
property.
minutes.
You cannot. Not a 5 minute.
Yeah.
Not a 5 minute.
Dude, I used to live down the street, come here all the time.
I don't know, bro.
No problem.
I don't care.
No problem.
I don't care.
You only you.
I will write your
only
complaint.
you.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can write my complaint. Don't care. I don't
What
care.
is going
You
Oh,
on?
know,
I'm
last
definitely
time-
talking
yeah.
to corporate, bro.
Don't worry.
I'm
bro.
getting a video.
They
You're
are
getting
coming.
fired.
They are coming.
Yeah,
Wait.
please. I'll wait for the police, man.
Yeah.
I want you to call them this time so I can explain to them that you are kicking me out for.
Listen to me, goddammit. You listen to me. I had a girl come in.
What? Who is this? He's wearing Oakley's and he has an Oakley shirt?
And her
Oh,
four
wait,
tires
no.
almost fell off because you didn't know.
Hurley. He's wearing a Hurley shirt. What is this breed of straight white man?
How to do a goddamn routine tire rotation.
When?
Yesterday, the girl that we did the battery on the car.
Wait, you double checked with me after that. You know you did.
Well, on the car that you
No.
supposedly zipped all those lug nuts on, and you had them on backwards. They weren't even all on, Jacob. Are you f***ing kidding me?
You did the check with me.
Okay, I'm
bro.
gonna tell you something right now, dude. Okay, I don't have time for this. If I find out from one f***ing person, from one GM that you
relax.
came to them,
I have
107th Lynch Drive, dude. I
How
will
have I-
wait. Day.
Buddy, calm the f down, bro.
So you're telling me
Listen
that
to me.
Marky's
No, no, no,
line, that
listen.
Andrew's line, that Lawrence's line, that
What said? What the f?
Jacob's gonna go and rat you out to all the GMs that you bump in the pit, and he want to go down there with you, and you won't let him.
You're not going.
Wait,
you really
just
think that's
chill,
gonna? You really think that's the truth? Hey, look. You know I can talk about that.
Okay, okay.
Come on, think about that. That's putting me at the same thing. What the?
Well, yeah, you think.
Come on,
well,
look, use your logic, bro. I was with you.
you don't have a job anymore, so who gives a f- what happens to you?
Look, why would I do that to anybody?
I'm gonna tell you something right now, too. I work too hard to have these guys think
I
that I'm
know.
on dope, dude.
Okay,
I even
why would
had
I
Jason
do
and
that?
Brian tell me today, you work too hard. I work.
Oh, he told his manager that this dude is doing drugs, and he's flipping out at him for the fact that he ratted on him.
60 hours a goddamn week here, dude, to have this. Dude, he's one.
Oh, that's why he's so hyper. Damn, because he's on coke.
Have my back and it's full, dude. I'm running a business, not a f***ing daycare, Jacob. God damn it, bro. Get the f*** out of my shop. Get the f*** out of my shop.
You need to calm the f down, bro. Ain't nobody's freaking out on you. Why are you freaking out on me, bro?
Just get out of my shop, okay? Just get out of my
Fuck
shop.
out, bro.
Okay, get out of my shop.
Chill out.
I hate everybody, asshole. I'm not racist. I hate everybody.
Jesus.
Guy Captain Paul. This you're right, I did, you piece of shit.
Jesus.
Fuck you. What are you gonna do?
Jesus.
What are you gonna do, bitch?
Jesus. COVID is really fucking with people. He's not wearing a mask. Everyone else is. Got a bigger beer belly than I do.
Spit on it. Spit on my don't touch it. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You chicken shit piece of shit.
Jesus. Jesus. There's a lot of dudes this time. We didn't get that many females freaking out. A lot of Kevins. Or Kyles, whatever you want to call them. But, that's what's going on in the world right now. We got a lot of angry Karens. And it's fucked up. Hopefully when COVID is over, these things will somewhat subside, but we don't know. We don't know. Alright, so let's go into relationship advice. Wait, what? Okay, sorry, I'm looking through these. My sister wants me to tell her parents she's pregnant. No. 7-year-old keeps lying about snacks at school. What? My boyfriend masturbated right next to me even after I tried to initiate. These are so weird. My husband pissed on our couch again. I'm at my wit's end and need to figure out how to move forward. Okay, this is the one. Background: we have known each other for 10 years, been together for 7, and married for a bit over 2 now, located in the US. My husband has had chronic issues with drinking. It started out with heavy partying when we were younger. I did too. He was molested as a child, and I believe he has used substances to cope since reaching adulthood. He smokes weed pretty much daily and drinks often, usually justifying downing a whole 6-pack of IPAs while gaming with the bros. He's one of those people who do not have a cap and sleeps heavy. He also has a very small bladder. It's nearly impossible to wake him up. My mother-in-law has been visiting and staying in our guest bedroom this past weekend. Today it was our turn to host. We cooked up food and had mother-in-law, brother-in-law, his girlfriend, and their daughter over. We picked up some vodka for everyone, and I begrudgingly reminded my husband not to overdrink, pace himself, etc. I received my first COVID shot yesterday, and after running to the stores, helping prep dinner, and getting some food prep for the week, I was tired and went to bed early. I'm talking like 6 o'clock p.m. early. Yeah, that's understandable. I did that too. I woke up at around 11 p.m. to see my husband passed out on our recently bought $4,400 leather couch with a wet spot under him. This is unfortunately not the first time this has happened. It's actually the third with this couch. Countless times otherwise, and many, many fights to try to get him to stop drinking in excess. The first time with this couch was just a few days after we received it. Then he fell asleep drunk, pissed himself, and vomited in his sleep. He could have asphyxiated. Paid $250 to have the repair done to a brand new $4,400 couch. We agreed when we bought this that he would stay off of it if he was drinking. Damn, the fact that you have to do that is fucked up. It's like having a dog. We've argued. He always feels ashamed. I'm never trying to shame him. This is literally the most expensive thing we've ever purchased, and he's just straight up pissing all over it. We've tried other things to no avail. Cold turkey, taking alcohol out of the house doesn't help because the ultimatums never last, and I don't need to be his fucking mom telling him no, you can't drink. I want a partner, not a man-child. I've tried talking to him about getting therapy. He never actually goes. Well, that's a problem. At the end of the day, the couch is just a thing, but it really fucking sucks watching it get ruined when it was supposed to be an investment that will last us many years, and it was so expensive. It's kind of like a metaphor for your relationship, you know? You've invested all this time in it, and he just keeps getting drunk and pissing on it, you know? I should say our relationship is generally a good one. This is the biggest hurdle we face. We work well together, we communicate, we're never intentionally mean or hurtful to one another, and at the end of the day, we love each other. Occasionally, there is a little attitude because he doesn't like doing something, aka adulting, but he usually gets over it and gets it done anyways. I just don't know what to do here. He's probably going to end up dead if something doesn't change. I don't even know how to attempt to get him into a healthier mental space where he can start to heal and stop using weed and drinking to cope. This started out as an angry post, but after typing it all out, I'm realizing how helpless I feel about it all. Too long didn't read. My husband uses substances to cope, including drinking, which has led him to urinate on our new $4,400 couch 3 times now. This puts a huge wrench in our relationship. I don't know how to move forward with getting a handle on his substance use. Update: I've been up since 11 p.m. last night, reading all of your comments, researching, and trying to figure out our next course of action. His mom is still here, and I snuck away and talked to her for a few minutes while he was in the bathroom. She's been thinking the same and worried. I'll be talking to him tonight about our best plan moving forward. First and foremost, I'm going to stop enabling him and get myself some help through alcohol and because this has made me realize how codependent we really are. His mom just confirmed this. She is a recovered alcoholic, and so is his father. Oh, yeah. It runs in my family, too. I definitely I do a lot of this, like admittedly, with coping with alcohol like that. I don't piss myself on the couch. The one difference, but like I am at a point where I'm like, I need to stop. And I have talked about it with Ashley and with professionals, and I'm working on cutting back. I am. It's something that needs to happen. But so I will be serious. I'll be serious about therapy with him this afternoon. Okay, so the top comment is the problem is that you see his drinking as being a problem and he doesn't. Yes, okay. Without even reading the rest of this, let's talk about this. When somebody is addicted to substances, and I know from firsthand because I've been through this multiple times personally, you can tell the person to stop all you want. You can tell them you can't do this. You have to stop. It's me or the drugs. You can say whatever. They have to want to stop. Otherwise, there is no getting through to them. This is an addiction, a chemical dependency. You're not going to get someone to stop just by being like, just stop. You have to help them realize how much damage this is doing to himself and how much damage it's doing to the family, to the relationship, to the couch, to all of these things. He needs to accept that this is a problem before you guys move forward on this. Otherwise, you could send him to rehab, you could send him to counseling, whatever. It's not going to work until he wants it for himself to be able to quit, to be able to not be hostage to drinking all the time, to binge drinking, to just cut back. I got a thing about weed. Okay, so that's what substances. But I get it. I really do get it, especially when there's trauma involved. It's going to be hard to help him want to stop, but you have to find professional help that is going to help him want to stop. And that is that. So, I hope that all goes well. And it's going to do it for this episode of the Short News Podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being here, spending this afternoon here with me, or whenever you're listening to this. All right, guys. I love you very much. You can follow me at Alex_MADORE on Twitter, or AlexMADORE at AlexMador on Instagram. I'll be there. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pregame parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.